as you all know now, I had the opportunity to participate last year in 2017 to be a change maker. I was with the campaign for the Run for the Cure. So I appeared on numerous billboards and TV commercials. It kind of took my breath away, actually. I also had the wonderful opportunity through the Cancer Society to share my story with newspapers and online publications and blogs. This was also very terrifying and electrifying at the same time. I hadn't had the opportunity to tell my story in such a big way before. But once I agreed to be a part of this movement, I knew there was no turning back. I knew I had a responsibility to uphold, a responsibility to tell my story, and to give hope for the future. So I'm so happy to be asked again for 2018. So here I am, helping to launch this year's campaign, and I'm still slightly terrified. I've been aware of cancer for a very long time, since a very young age. Not breast cancer at all, however. You see, my dad is a 3-time cancer survivor, testicular, and also a rare type of bladder cancer. I have an uncle and 2 of my grandparents who also passed away due to other forms of cancer. But yet, nobody in my family had breast cancer. So I became involved with the Cancer Society as a volunteer during my university days. I volunteered in the wig boutique at the PMH Lodge. This was largely due because of cancer's presence in my family, but as well as the introduction to the wig business with my aunt. Oh yes, I have an aunt who owns a wig boutique in Winnipeg. So she specializes in fittings for cancer patients. So I've always been very well acquainted with the world of cancer, and I really felt like I wanted to give back. It was something near and dear to my heart. If you'll allow me to be a bit personal here, I'll share some of my background and my own cancer story with you. So first of all, you've heard before, I am a mom, but I'll be a little bit more honest with you. I'm a single mom, and I have been since my daughter is 2 years old. She's now 12. She's the biggest reason for my story. She is my strength. She is my courage to be brave enough to advocate for others touched by cancer. I'm also a former ballerina, a nutritionist, a personal trainer, a yoga teacher. I'm mostly vegetarian, the picture of health. No breast cancer in my family. Well, you can imagine my surprise when I heard my oncologist reveal the results of a biopsy. On April 18th, 2011, at the age of 31, I learned that I had breast cancer. My daughter was just in her very first year of school, in kindergarten. Her spring concert was the day of my CT scan, and I had to miss it. This was just the beginning of a long and arduous journey, and everything suddenly became blurry and nothing made any sense anymore. One thing, however, became very clear. It's that the face of breast cancer had most definitely changed. No longer was it synonymous with older women or those living evidently unhealthy lifestyles. It was also something that could happen to young and seemingly healthy women. So how did this happen to me? Did I cause it? Was there an environmental link? And how about a genetic link? Did I not drink enough green smoothies? I was drinking them back in 2011 before they became really fashionable. I wanted to try everything I could to become healthy again. I'm still drinking green smoothies. But this was not going to be easy. I was also not going to be able to do this alone. I'm forever grateful for the community and the support and the love from people near and far, and especially the support I received from a lady sitting over here. She never wants to be recognized. She's my ex-mother-in-law, and we're still best friends to this day. She didn't know I was going to do this. she took my daughter and I in, and we lived with her for 1.5 years as I went through the treatments. She took me to all of my appointments and my scans and was there for the whole deal. So I did go through conventional medical treatments and surgeries. I also tried my hand at a few holistic practices, and I received so much advice and folk remedies for lotions and potions and so-called cures. It was all very well-intended, but certainly overwhelming. I adopted several and rejected others. I paved my own path through the journey to healing because this is how I wanted to look at it. 14 months. So many tests, so many scans, mastectomies, chemotherapy, radiation, a targeted therapy with a new, at the time, drug called Herceptin, and a 5-year drug that I had to take every single day called tamoxifen. I was lucky. I was one of the lucky ones to have so much available for the type of cancer found in my body. I needed the most aggressive and advanced treatment options available because it was a stage 3B, triple positive cancer, found in my right breast. So the option came up to get tested for a genetic variant, the BRCA mutation. But I was confident that I was among the 90% who didn't present with a genetic link because there was no breast cancer in my immediate family. But I was proven wrong. So through this test, I found out that I'm indeed a carrier for the BRCA2 mutation, something that can be passed down through each generation, something that also puts me at risk for ovarian and other types of cancers. And my daughter is also at risk. The way of the future is perhaps on prevention, but most definitely on awareness and in-depth understanding of root causes. Research for better, more accessible, and targeted personalized treatments is absolutely necessary. And I've learned and discovered that no two breast cancers are the same. Not one story identical to the other. More research is necessary, more support as well, to provide women and men with a better quality of life post-cancer. The good news is that more women are surviving, and men too. And we're not only surviving, we're thriving. More research and treatments are also necessary to be made available for prevention and treatment of secondary effects, such as lymphedema. It's a lesser known, devastating though, lifelong side effect of breast cancer from surgery and radiation. And I was one of the unlucky ones to get it. So at this time, it requires out-of-pocket expenses. Hello, $600 for 2 sleeves and 2 gloves every 6 months. This puts a lot of financial pressure on cancer patients who are already strained from taking time off work or for being on extended disability leave. So our government assists by covering about half, but for people like me without private insurance, the cost to cover the other half comes entirely out of pocket. I really do believe in the power of knowledge and accessible information to all. Not all hospitals offer the same level or type of service. Not all patients receive the same care and consideration. I also believe in the power of community and how linking arms with a national organization like the Canadian Cancer Society really truly helps patients and families navigate the overwhelm that comes with a cancer diagnosis. The beautiful partnerships and fundraising events like the CIBC Run for the Cure and the Canadian Cancer Society help to make the journey through cancer a brighter one. The Run for the Cure keeps spirits lifted and brings communities together. It offers a journey filled with hope and optimism. This run is accessible to all who want to make a difference, to help make breast cancer a thing of the past, to be change makers, to make sure more moms like me get to see their children grow up without fear and remain full of confidence and hope for a brighter future. Thank you.